Hello everyone, Ace here, and today we are back with another Ace Impressions, this time having a look at Total War Warhammer 2, or more specifically, the Silence and the Fury DLC that recently dropped. So, the big question of whether or not this is worth your time, well, that depends. If you already own Total War Warhammer 2, then I would consider this essential if you want to get into Beastmen, and I'll explain why in a bit. Even if you, however, want to play as Lizardmen, it's pretty good. However, if you don't own anything Total War Warhammer related, then please, please, please do yourself a favor and run as fast as you can, because this is an extremely expensive game to get into. And I cannot recommend getting into this game for new players. But anyways, let's have a quick look at the two choices for new lords. You have Oxyotl, who is specialized in chameleon stalkers, and these new units are absolutely lethal in my opinion. They are pretty fun to play with, and I will be showing you off some of those. Now, with regards to the Beastmen, you do get another new lord there. There is, however, no DLC special for owning the previous Beastmen DLC. But there's a reason why I consider this to be necessary, because this particular DLC adds new units that are kind of critical to the Beastmen roster, such as, for example, the Gorgon. So it is, not only is the Beastmen rework, by the way, pretty good in its own right, but it only really helps the campaign, whereas the DLC itself helps the unit roster, and the Beastmen had problems, of course, with both. So that's why I would consider this to be essential if you plan on playing Beastmen. And to be fair, the Beastmen have some of the most fun campaigns now after that rework, if you get the DLC. But, anyways, let's go ahead and actually jump into my Oxyotl campaign. And hopefully, this shouldn't take too long, but we will see. But yeah, I'm already going to probably just play a quick little battle on this and show you how the new units work. One of the other new things that is also introduced that is pretty effective is the Skink Oracle, and I'll show you why there as well, because I've been getting some good use out of that hero as well. So we should be just about loaded in. And it'll be a good opportunity for me to show you the new battle mechanic, or one of the new mechanics for the Oxyotl campaign specifically. So we do have some dudes raiding our territory, but for now we can, I guess, let that slide. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the problem. Eventually I'm going to have to deal with, yeah. So for now, what I'm going to do is actually get one of the quest battles done. This is one of the new features where you can instantly teleport to some of these new quest battles, get some goodies, and we will actually do that here. Since this, we only have 2 turns left to complete. So we have a new army. This will be interesting, so we'll go ahead and declare war. And let's go ahead and attack. Now we could do the auto-resolve, but there's no fun in that, so let's go ahead and quick save and go ahead and fight this proper. It does look like he has a fair number of heroes, so this might be a little on the trickier side. We will see. So I'll get my units all into formation. These guys all ready to go. Alright, so it looks like they have some melee specialists. Where is their leader, though? That's the big question. I guess I'll have to find him in the battle itself. But the reason why you want to... The reason why the Skink Oracle is such a good unit, in my opinion, is it is really, really effective at sniping enemy lords. Especially early on in a fight, you can instantly take away a huge amounts of health. Okay, so we have some Night Runners. I'll have to probably focus on the melee specialist, I guess. But the Chameleon Stalkers themselves, the reason why those units are so effective is because of their missiles. Now, they don't get a whole lot of ammo, as you can see. However, they are lethal. Very lethal. Because they do explosive damage. There we go. So that's already a unit there dealt with. That's another unit dealt with. Another one dealt with. Okay, there's their lord. So far, it looks like the lion's holding, which is good. The entire enemy right has been completely decimated. Now we can roll up the flank, and we should be able to just be smooth sailing. And even when they use up their ammo, they still are pretty hardy units, these Chameleon Stalkers. So, really effective frontline units, in my opinion. They might end up getting nerfed. Also, of course, the Skink Oracle is doing a fair bit of damage to Snitch, and he's also causing a fair bit of morale damage, so that's good. Okay, so I would say that we've pretty much rolled up the entire flank there, so let's go ahead. Try to get what's left to fall back, and hopefully finish them off. Pretty straightforward battle. Alright, let's try another fireball. So that was an easy enough fight, for the most part. Still not quite over yet, technically, but as good as things are going, let's go ahead and move in. Pick off these guys. Get them. Alright. Enemy lord is wounded. We took him out. Perfect. I'll actually order these guys to fall back. And we will get these guys cornered here, and that should be the end of the fight. He's shattered, so we don't have to worry about him. All right. And that is that army deleted. Well, maybe. We'll find out. I think with these quest battles, it usually does delete them at the end of the fight there, so... Yeah, as you can see, those chameleon stalkers, absolutely lethal at what they do. So, very fun units to play with, I will admit. Which is why I still think this is a decent DLC, even if you just play as Lizardmen. Alright. That should be the end of it. There we go, another quest completed. We can now build a sanctum, which will be useful if we want. It'll allow us to build some patrols and stuff like that to potentially attack enemies that are in the area. So let's see, where would I want one placed? I can of course place them in enemy territory as well, but I've been kind of getting the most use out of just placing them in my own, so... In this case, I will actually place one in enemy territory, but just barely. And these, I don't think the enemy can destroy them, but what you can do is you can have patrols running around and fighting enemies and stuff like that. So it's... And helping replenish your units, as well as giving them more ammo, stuff like that. So pretty useful if you do any serious fighting in that area. So, but yeah, I think that's a good time to call it. And next turn we will be able to just move Oxyotl back, so that's all well and good. So yes, is the game worth the time? Yes. But in any case, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.